Hi families, this is video number 3 on our screen time series. Right now our kids are using screens a lot and there are some important things to know about what is going on in their brains with that. So if you haven't watched that video, go back, watch the first one that we had, what's happening in the young brain with screen time. We also have one other video before this one, which are the first 5 ways to help your child's brain detox or reset after using screens. So watch that one too. This will have the next 5 ways that you can detox or reset your child's brain after they've been using screen use. Last time we talked about essentially screens irritate our brain, and these are some ways that we can proactively heal our brain as we are doing that. Number 6 is to, or number 1 out of today, number 6 out of 10 is to bond. Really be purposeful about touching, hugging, showing empathy, showing love. Those things are just vital to our relationship with our kids and the way that they interact with their world around them. So a great way to do that is to snuggle up with a book, play dolls, play toys, just have a chance to connect together. Even if it's short, just make sure that it's purposeful. The next one is to work together, to do chores or daily jobs together around the house. We all crave a sense of purpose. And so, again, our screen use for our kids and us builds up so much adrenaline. Attacking some chores is a really good way to use up that part that's built up, and it's a lifelong skill to be able to teach them. When you have that motivation and that energy, put it to good use. It's a great way to do that. Again, with light, this is important enough that I would like to mention it again. The idea of exposing your child, making sure they get chances to interact with natural light throughout the day. Again, this doesn't mean that it has to be a bright and sunshiny day, but make sure they get chances to be outside, to understand the idea of light hitting their face. It tells our body that it's daytime and it's time to be awake. And make sure that you are able to give some darkness as you get ready for your bedtime routine. Hit a couple lights off in the house. Make sure those screens get put away, because those are all things that cue our body to know that it is nighttime and time to sleep. There are ways to tone down the brightness on your screen. So if you don't know how to do that, it's usually in your settings. Sometimes it's just a pull down menu on your computer, on your TV, on your phone. You can turn all those on. Some gadgets also have blue light blockers, which is another way that you can create a little help for your body and your child's body to understand that the light coming from a screen is different than the light coming from outside. You also can turn your Wi-Fi all the way off. Many of us have maybe a router in our house. You have the ability to control data that's available. I always suggest to parents, find a spot in your house where all the gadgets live at night so that they can be plugged in. And the last and bonus tip for you is to find a time where your whole family can be screen free. At our house, we've started doing this on Sundays. Sundays are called screen-free Sundays at our house. Of course, there are exceptions every now and then, but in general, there's no reason you should be on a screen. You plan ahead of time to get what you need done, and you take that break, and we try to be purposeful to connect together. Now, my kids aren't tiny anymore, so they're able to keep themselves busy, but find a way to make this work for you. Maybe you have 2 screen-free hours on the weekend where you establish that is our norm. We do not have screens from 1 to 3 in the afternoon. And it's amazing. Once you set that guideline and you stick to your guns, kids understand. They get the idea that this mom and dad mean what they say. So you can do this. Hang in there. Go get outside and reset that child's brain. You're doing a great job.